Be honest. What did you think? What did your mind see when you read the title of this video? You probably saw like some girl on TikTok dancing in somewhat of like a sexual way. And you probably have a level of resentment towards her. Be honest. You see this girl dancing on TikTok, getting a lot of views and subscribers, or whatever the fuck they use on TikTok as a metric for performance, likes. And there is a level of hatred towards her because, you know, she's fueling that addiction for young men who are glued onto their screens. It's very easy to feel bitter, resentful, aggressive hatred towards like the girls who are on TikTok. I want to make it very clear from the start of this video, this is something that if you can put into your mind, it will help you greatly. It is not men versus women. It's men plus women versus the problem. The problem are these modern addictions that have taken everyone away from us. Because you already knew porn is fucking terrible. You already know that social media is bad for you. You already know that video games is bad for you. But oftentimes, especially with social media, for young men, we have this level of resentment towards like young women. Because it's like, oh, you know, they get all the validation, they get all the attention. So, you know, they love it. They're really happy. It's fucking them as much as it's fucking us. TikTok is literally just softcore porn these days, and it's easy for us as young men to be like pissed off at it, and 100% we should be. But that negative energy that we're you know, this male aggression that we're cultivating here should not be displaced onto the girls who are also addicted to the same platform. They are not the enemy, even though they are the ones that you may be watching like glued to your fucking phone. In fact, I feel sorry for the culture of like young girls, like underage girls, showing more and more and more of their bodies on TikTok and Instagram. I literally feel sorry for them, not in like an undermining way, because I can relate to it. You see, when you go on these platforms like social media, which have these algorithms, soon enough, extreme posts do the best. This is why Twitter is just a cesspit of fucking like extremes of polarization. You don't see normal, like level-headed, balanced people on something like Twitter, and you probably wouldn't even see that on TikTok or Instagram. You wouldn't see like a normal person just going viral there. You wouldn't see a normal person getting thousands of likes, but you will see someone who's on the extreme side who's taken off all their clothes. You will see a 15-year-old girl who's shaking her ass get tens of thousands of likes on TikTok. What is going on through her mind right now when she sits there to record another video and she's obsessively, neurotically checking the likes? Do you think she's happy? Is she winning? In social media, there are no winners. Apart from the nerds at Silicon Valley who hold all like the shareholders. I haven't really been on TikTok. Like I've had it downloaded on my phone maybe 2-3 times when like someone sends you a link or some bullshit. And I remember this one time someone actually sent me a link once on WhatsApp to some random, I don't remember what it was, but I remember clicking on it, watching like some random TikTok video of like 10 seconds. And then when you scroll down a little bit, there's like more there. And I already had this idea. Yep, TikTok's just porn. You know, I've seen like posts of it and I've seen people talk about it. But as soon as I scroll down and I literally just see like an unnecessary amount of like ass, of like literally underage looking girls just doing like and it's with this cope that it's for this dance. It's with this cope that it's for this challenge. Like the challenges that go viral on TikTok are almost always sexual. And this is where now these like nerd motherfuckers will come in and start like calling people pedophiles and be like, oh no, see Hamza, it's not actually that the TikTok platform, you know, promotes sexual posts. It's that you're actually a pedophile and the algorithm listens to, you know, and like, shut the fuck up. You know, there is truth that the algorithm learns from your user data. There is, of course, truth from that, and it will show you more and more posts. So if you make a TikTok account, which is literally just for cats, always for cats, always for cats, always for cats, looking at cat posts, posting cats, then of course you're more likely to see cats, and you're going to be a lot less likely to see ass. But one of the truths, which you can't deny, is that they have like the data of your phone and of your like profile and shit already before you've even really been on the platform. So straight away they know, yep, man in his 20s, he's going to be horny, show him ass, boom. I see the young generation totally glued to the shit. In fact, I was in the gym yesterday and I spoke to a good friend of mine. I spoke to his sister. She was in the gym and it was like the first time we've spoken in like a really long time. And she ended up saying she's a child therapist. And I asked her for what age, and she said for primary school. So primary school in the UK is like the first kind of school you go to when you're like 5 years old till you're 11 or 12. And I asked her this question, and it's gonna make you fucking sad. I asked her, do they have phones? What do you think she said? They're 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds are on fucking TikTok. How fucked is that? Like, you and I'm assuming you're near 20 years old, 20, like maybe 18 to 30. You and I, we're still fucked because of modern technology. We've still been, like, literally, we've been, honestly, raped. If raped would be the better word, honestly, like, the definition of rape would actually suit what I'm about to say. We've been raped by social media, porn, and video games. We did not consent to this. We did not consent to this. And if you're my age, we didn't have phones till we were in high school, and the first phones we had were like I had a flip phone, but it was about the time that it was like, oh, that's uncool now. So, you know, people who are, I'm 25, so people who are a bit older than me it would have been normalized for them to have it, and people maybe a little bit younger than me, so I'm 25, so if you're like 22, you probably never had like an old school kind of like fucking flip phone or anything, and you went straight into like Blackberries and like the second generation iPhone, third generation iPhone or something. That was in high school when I started using, and like, what the fuck would you do on your phone back then, bro? Literally, what would you even do? Like, I remember later on in high school, that's when people started getting like Blackberries, and you know, there was BBM. I never had it, so it was like, it would be quite a social thing to like send messages on it or something. Clearly, I wasn't clued up on that. I wasn't invited, but I still had like some shitty, like, I had a flip phone, and then I had like some Chinese brand that, like, you know, my brother and my dad convinced me. He's like, yeah, this phone's very powerful, Hamza. Like, it's got 7 gigabytes of data or some shit. Like, as Xiaomi phone. Yeah, it was a Xiaomi phone. You and I can see the negative consequences of hyperstimulant social media like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. You've probably experienced literal mental illness symptoms because of this. I hope that you can take this seriously. If you're multitasking, stop right now and listen to that sentence. You have probably experienced literal mental illness symptoms because of these platforms. I see hordes of young men just glued to their fucking phone. Like, there's this certain visualization I wish I could just implant it into your mind. It's like, it's almost like a big dark warehouse, and like, you're in like a camera view, like a bird's eye view that's like just flying across, and all you see is just hundreds, thousands of young men just shitty posture looking into their screens and just seeing ass, seeing like there's a certain TikTok video, you know, the softcore porn, like these girls dancing and stuff, which is like, it's not a certain one, but it's a certain style that they do with it. You'll see them press record on their phone, they'll take a few steps back and kind of like pull up their waistline of the pants they're wearing and almost like subtly show you ass. And so many young guys, just fucking forward neck posture, mouth breathing, Just looking, next one, next one, next one, next one, next one. An unlimited amount of variety. Do you think these guys who are looking at this are on like semen retention or nofap and they're too good? Of course not. Millions of young men are just staring at this shit, edging and then jacking off, castrating themselves. What does that do to the male brain? Like, I'm thinking more and more about this idea of like reserving, it sounds kind of gross, but like reserving your seed for yourself, your own endeavors, and for like women that you actually are with and want to be with. Because it fucks your brain, bro. I don't know if you've actually thought of this in more of like a caveman perspective, like this animalistic perspective, but it fucks your brain to literally see this unlimited variety of women and then to ejaculate. What does your brain believe about yourself? That you fucking made it. Literally, your brain will think that you've like, there's two sides. One part of your brain will think you fucking made it. You are achieving the height of male experience. You've just reproduced with 50 different women. Congratulations. You're a legend. Okay, now relax. Don't worry, you've completed the mission. Relax now. Here's some like lethargy. You don't need more motivation. Just fucking relax. Go to sleep. Go eat some junk food, it's a bit easier. But the other side, maybe like the prefrontal cortex, like the more advanced part of your brain that understands what the fuck you're actually doing and it knows that you're not actually fucking. This part of your brain fills you with shame, guilt, regret. And so when a young man is looking at these apps, specifically TikTok and Instagram, I believe are like totally just not even softcore porn, bro. It's literally just porn at this point. It's literally just porn. Young men are looking at this shit. They're hit with this fucking 1-2 of you've just reproduced and experienced the height of male life because, you've seen this variety of women and you've just ejaculated, and our like caveman animalistic brain stem part of our brain doesn't realize the difference. So it's like, okay, congratulations, you're a legend. Sit back and relax. Don't do anything productive today because you've already done it. You need to just recover, go to sleep, be tired. And so you're tired, you've got no motivation, you've got no energy, you're feeling lethargic, you've just busted a nut. And then you're also coupled with that conscious realization that, yeah, you're a fucking loser. You're literally a fucking loser. You've just jacked off to pixels on a screen of a girl who doesn't even know that you exist. Here is some shame. Let's fill you up with some regret, some post-nut clarity. So now you've got no motivation, you just sat there fucking drooling from the mouth, you're tired, and you feel like shit. And when you feel like shit, when you feel shameful, when you feel depressed, when you have no energy, it's a lot easier to be more sucked into these platforms. More and more and more and more. I am extremely lucky that my time on social media was not on the same path as TikTok. I think TikTok, I don't remember when it came out, maybe someone can tell me, but like I stopped using social media in about 2020 for the first like real time. I took a big step back away from it. And I think it was out by then, but it was like something I just never really got onto because I was already on like Instagram and Snapchat and Reddit. Just quitting like Instagram, Snapchat and Reddit, even that changed my life forever. Like I've never been on TikTok properly. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but I just want you to visualize and emphasize with the life of a young man who's not even a young man, bro. A fucking child, a boy. I want you to right now just emphasize with a 12-year-old boy who has a phone, who has TikTok, how he's seeing girls, how he's seeing like girls his age, what he's seeing. And then couple that with like this modern narrative, which is like anti-masculine, anti-like male. He sees these girls objectifying themselves. He sees these girls like just portraying their bodies. They're 12-year-old girls, literally like twerking and shit. And then all around him, he hears that sort of common agenda of like, men, don't be sexual. Don't look at women like sex objects. The only time he's seeing women, the only time he's seeing girls is on social media. Their entire lives is based on social media. And of course, on social media, what the kind of posts that pop off are the more sort of extreme, polarized, controversial ass pics. So the only time this young boy is seeing girls on social media is literally just when they're sexualizing themselves, and he looks up from his phone and then he's punished for looking at girls like they're sex objects. That's all he knows. The girls who are doing this are not the enemy. Not at all. Like, they deserve our empathy. Like, we need to like unite, hold hands, and literally like rise up against the fucking real enemy, which is the platform as general. The nerds who have made this, like the guys at the top of like these shit. I don't know how the fuck these companies work, like the shareholders or something, who decide like, yeah, like, you know, we need to increase retention to 5 minutes and 56 seconds on average now because it's only 5 minutes and 12. So how can we do that, nerds? And they'll ask the software developers and they'll say, oh, well, we'll microdose LSD and we'll find out new and intuitive ways to keep people on the platform for an average of 40 seconds longer. We'll do it right now. That is like the enemy. These companies who know the damage they're doing, and yet all they care about is like shareholder investments, like big fucking CEO, like grey suit motherfuckers. The girls I see who are posting, so again, I've never been on TikTok, but like for me, Instagram was like more of the problem. But the girls I see who post like a very like revealing pictures, sexual pictures, of course, there's been a lot of times where I'm looking at them and I'm that fucking guy as like the drone. I'm just there like mouth breathing, just looking at ass and stuff. But now like I've only deleted Instagram literally like 3 days ago, 4 days ago. I've only not used it for like 3 or 4 days. And it's like, it's become a new chapter of my life where I'm actually so fucking passionate about speaking about this because I feel like I have integrity. I feel like I can finally have integrity to say like, yeah, social media is a fucking cancer. I have no social media apps on my phone now. There's WhatsApp. I don't consider that as social media because I just consider it as like texting and like video calling. And YouTube, I don't really consider that as social media because it's kind of just like work. And I don't even watch YouTube on my phone anyway. I have literally like no fun apps on my phone. I've never been happier. Honestly, I've literally like the difference in just a few days is fucking phenomenal. I think that is like the new movements. That is like the revolution that we need to spread. It's almost like a multi-level marketing strategy, like, you know, like a pyramid scheme, but like in the opposite way of like, it's all value, like helpful based. I don't make money from you deleting your fucking Instagram account. I'm not trying to sell you a product. I'm literally just trying to save your mental health because I saved mine. If you're watching this far of the video, you already know about the negative consequences of social media. We'll talk about other things too, in video games, porn, but social media recently has just been at the forefront of our mind of how fucking cancerous it is, and you know the same thing. Perhaps it's not bad for you in any way. Perhaps you're like a guy who can use it in such a mindful, healthy way. That's seriously awesome. That's the best case scenario. But if you're not, if you know that it's a problem, if you see girls on there and if it fucks with your brain, and if you maybe jack off to the pictures that you see of like girls, or maybe you just spend too long on there and you just really like, you don't even like it. If I ask you like what is truly the real value that you gain from it, and you know for a fact your brain's just going to process the same bullshit, like 2 points that everyone says is like, oh, but I've got people to message on that. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. If those people don't have your phone number, you don't even care about them anyway. If you wouldn't give them your phone number right now, you wouldn't really care about them. And like, oh, but it'd be nice to like see people's post, but like, it's nothing. Oh, but I learned things. But yeah, but like, go read a book instead. Go get a higher source of information instead. If you can relate to the issues that we're talking about and you can like emphasize with the pain, take a step back like right now. I specifically made a video about deleting Instagram. You can find on my channel. The thumbnail of that video was similar to this one. It's just titled Delete Instagram Now. You can find that if you haven't watched it already. And in that, I specifically talked about like the dangers of Instagram. But this video specifically, if you've got TikTok, bro, and especially like maybe there's guys who've got TikTok and it's literally just wholesome as fuck and it's really productive. But bro, if you have a normal kind of TikTok account where you just see attractive girls sexually dancing, attractive guys, confident jawline looking motherfuckers, it is fucking your mental health, and the value that you gain is so fucking minimal. Like just a little bit of entertainment when these creators are doing like some meme or some dance or some shit, and you're sat there mouth breathing, and the funniest thing that's ever happened on TikTok happens, and this is how you laugh. That's it. It's literally more valuable for you to just there's a lot of other things you could do with that time, bro. Take a step back. Do not allow those nerds like control your brain, your life, your mental health. There is no self-respecting person who will have their mental health stripped away from them in exchange for a few seconds of like entertainment. If you have respect for yourself, you need to take a step forward right now. Again, if it's absolutely no problem for you whatsoever and you're thinking, yep, he's not talking about me, fair enough. But if you know for a fact, if you are so aware that there has been negatives to your life, especially your mental health, because of TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, you need to set like a new intention. It's not going to be easy, by the way. Don't just think just because you've heard this video and you've like, held down the app on your phone and you've deleted it off your phone that suddenly you're cured. Don't just think that. You've been using these apps addictively for months, maybe years. I've been using social media for years. This is the number one issue that I've found when I try and help people to like take a step back from social media. They'll delete it with like this righteousness, like, oh, Hamza, I deleted Instagram from my phone. I'm like, oh yeah, nice. And I just know in my mind, yeah, yep, another guy who's gonna fail. 2 days later, he's downloaded it again. Because this monumental thing of deleting the app of your phone is fucking nothing. It takes like routine discipline and this constant awareness, this contemplation, this introspectiveness constantly throughout your day to be like, nope, I don't need it, I'm better off. Everyone who uses it is weird. Stay vigilant. Don't just think just deleting it from your phone is going to save you forever from this addiction, because it will creep in. Like, you need to understand this is not just a one decision and it's done. Understand this. This is not just one decision and it's done. Because the pressure to download these apps and to go back onto them is fucking around 24/7. Right now it feels hype. You've watched this video. You're currently in this mind state of, like, fuck Instagram, fuck TikTok. And so you'll delete it. But 2-3 days from now, you'll almost forget this video. A week from now, you'll totally forget this video. And there's something that's happening on these platforms that will bait you back in. You have to stay vigilant. Click on this video right now to learn more about this. Subscribe, turn on the post notifications, all that shit. Cringe. Oh, make sure you smash the like button. Shut up. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.